Welcome back to part 2 of our exploration into the Sermon on the Mount. In part 1, we delved into the Beatitudes, where Jesus laid the foundation for a blessed life. Today, we're going deeper, examining Jesus' teachings on the law, anger, and reconciliation. Prepare to be both challenged and inspired as we uncover more of Jesus' revolutionary wisdom. Imagine the scene once again. Jesus on the mountainside, the crowd hanging on his every word. After the Beatitudes, Jesus transitions with a statement that must have shocked his listeners. "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them but to fulfill them." To the Jewish people, the law was everything. It governed their lives, their worship, and their relationship with God. Jesus isn't rejecting the law. Instead, he's fulfilling it, bringing it to its intended completion. But what does this fulfillment look like? He goes on to say, "For truly, I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen, will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished." Jesus is emphasizing the enduring nature of the law, but he's also preparing his audience for a deeper understanding. Next, he raises the bar on righteousness. "For I tell you that unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you will certainly not enter the kingdom of heaven." The Pharisees were known for their strict adherence to the law, but Jesus is calling for a righteousness that goes beyond mere legalism, a righteousness of the heart. He illustrates this with a series of powerful teachings. First, Jesus addresses anger. "You have heard that it was said to the people long ago, 'You shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment.' But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment." Here, Jesus dives beneath the surface of the law. It's not enough to avoid murder. We must also root out the anger and contempt in our hearts. Anger is the seed of violence, and Jesus calls us to deal with it at its source. He continues, "Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First, go and be reconciled to them. Then come and offer your gift." Reconciliation takes precedence over religious rituals. Jesus is highlighting the importance of mending relationships. Our worship and our relationship with God are deeply intertwined with our relationships with others. Before we come to God, we must seek to make peace with those we have wronged or who have wronged us. Jesus then speaks about making peace quickly. Settle matters quickly with your adversary who is taking you to court. Do it while you are still together on the way, or your adversary may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer, and you may be thrown into prison. Jesus urges us to resolve conflicts promptly, avoiding the escalation that can lead to greater harm. It's a call to proactive peacemaking, seeking to restore harmony before things get out of hand. These teachings on anger and reconciliation are not just about external actions. They're about transforming our hearts. Jesus wants us to live in a way that reflects God's love and mercy, not just in what we do, but in how we think and feel. As we close this part of our series, let's reflect on these questions. How can we go beyond mere compliance with the rules and embrace a deeper, heart-level righteousness? Are there areas of anger or unresolved conflict in our lives that need reconciliation? In part 3, we will explore Jesus' teachings on lust, divorce, and oaths, continuing our journey through the Sermon on the Mount. Together, let's strive to embody the profound wisdom of Jesus' words in our daily lives. Until then, may you be blessed and inspired by the teachings of Jesus.